Okay. Okay. Hi guys. Oops. Okay. Hi. It's been a while since I made a YouTube video. My makeup is already done, but this is like early morning makeup, so I have my glove on and my sponge ready. My nails are white, so that's why I'm using a glove. It's been a while since I've made a YouTube video speaking or like just anything, so I was thinking, why not hop on here and make a video, fix my makeup, and chat a little bit. But before I do that, before I fix my makeup, I did order some lip tints online, and I mean, this is from this morning. I really love it. It's very, very, very nice. The only thing is that I noticed is that it really does stay exactly where you apply it, so that is a thing. So I think I'm just gonna do it on my whole lip this time, and then just go from there. All right. All right, so let me fix my makeup a little bit while we chat. I looked up some questions to like answer while I chit chat here. So 10 things I wish I knew before I turned this age that I am, that I will not be speaking of or telling anyone. 10 things that I wish I knew. The first thing that I wish I knew was to stay consistent with therapy. I saw one woman write about this or speak about this a long time ago, and I think that even if you don't have anything crazy going on in your life, I think that when you have like someone you can speak to like just constantly, that is not necessarily like someone who has to deal with you like in your real time life, I think that that's super important. Just because relationships change, times change, people change, you move and whatever, or they move, and you just always want to have someone to talk to that isn't like veiled by your day-to-day life or stuff like that, you know, that they just can't say, well, what do you mean you've been spending a lot of money? Of course you have. You ordered chips, you know, stuff like that. Someone who's gonna say instead like, oh, well, why don't you just budget instead, and instead of buying 10 bags of chips, you buy, I don't know if this is ready, you buy one. I don't know, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, just stick with someone. I know it's expensive. Like, the BetterHelp app, like, it's around like $300 to $400 a month. To me, you know, that's a little bit expensive. But if you can find something cheaper, or like even go once a month, is something that I think is very, very important. Very. This isn't peeling off. I don't know why. Oh. I got it. Another thing that I wish that I had known. Hold on, let me put some lip gloss on. I don't want to touch it with my. Is we cute? Is we cute or what? Another thing that I wish I would have known is, which obviously I know, but you know, you don't really know if you're not practicing it. You know, time is gonna fly. Time is gonna go by no matter what. So you might as well do the things that you want to do. You might as well do the things that you want to do, because time is gonna go by anyways. And if you do it today, you're one step closer to whatever you want to achieve. I know it sounds so cliche, but the time is going to go by anyways. You might as well do that thing that you really want to do. Another thing that I wish that I had known is, are aliens real? Are they? Are they? I believe they are. I know that's not really, you know, whatever, but I want to know, like, I want to see like concrete proof. I want to see like a little alien foot or something. And I want to be like, what you doing today? Like, you want to fly up on your ship? You want to go skirt, something like that, you know? I feel like this is too bright. I gotta use like, anyways. Something else that I wish that I'm so tan right now. I am so tan this summer. It's crazy because I actually try to not tan so much because I know how dark I can get, and then my foundation does not, like, it's like my neck and my face are two different colors. But this year I was like, you know what? Whatever. And then that whatever just, I feel like a Rice Krispie. Like a little Rice Krispie girl. I would do like a little wing action, but then I gotta take this makeup off later, and since I'm not going anywhere, I don't want to, and I gotta like straighten my, okay. Anyways. Something else that I wish that I knew. Okay, something that's very, very like big to me is all those cliche advices that you hear, or that you like they're just like, oh, you hear that everywhere, like those little like cliche advices. They're all real, and they all have the perfect situation for things in your life. Like, even if at the moment you're like, no, like, for example, they say, what is one that I can think of? Like any of those little cliches that are like known and older people have been saying like since forever. Like, there's gonna be one day where you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, damn, no wonder that cliche is still going on and people still say it. Or it's like, because there's gonna be a point in time in your life where something's gonna happen to you where you didn't expect, that you're like, dang, that could happen to me. Yes it can. Yes, it can. And then you're gonna be like, wow, there's that rhyme for it. Does it really help? Sometimes the cliche has the answer. Sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. A win is a win. A win is a win. So there's that. And I got these little clip things. I love them. I don't know where the other one is, but I love these little Amazon clips. These Amazon clips. Anyways. I got my hair done, and I'm so happy because even though like I feel it's not as full as I would like it to be, I just feel like I wasn't taking care of myself like physically too much. Like, I wasn't putting too much into like my personal looks, which was something that I did heavily for a long time, and then I kind of just decided to not. But I feel like it's a step in the right direction, and I know that how you feel inward doesn't reflect always like on your outside, but I'm not gonna lie. This has helped me like feel better about myself. And the reason why I'm posting this video, just talking, is because I saw a girl say, you know what, just go on there and just talk. Just say some stuff. And here I am, just talking smack. Oh, let me see something else. You know, I should do like a thing where it says like, oh, I don't know, a mystery or unsolved internet story. What actually happened, right? No, I can't do any of those. Unpopular opinion I'll defend. I should have thought of this more before oh, I can tell you what books. Okay, so every year around Christmas time, I force myself to listen to some books that are really like just staples of my life. But this past month, I've listened to like 3 different books. And in one of those books, there was a story like, because I don't really know too much about like the German history and like the Soviet Union, any of that stuff. So I'm listening to a book that was mentioned in another book. Like that's how I find books. I find books from books that say, oh, read this book, or explain. Like when they say it, like when they explained this book and the last book, they explained how a lot of people were pro like all of this stuff that was going on, but until this book was, let me look for it, until this book was not published, people were just like pro that until this book was published. And then they were like, oh, it's called The Gulag. I can't even, I don't know how to say it. It's this one. By Alexander Solba. You know, I don't even know. I don't really understand too much of what's going on there, but I am listening to this book. I remember that book said, it said something like, I don't know, like it was something that touched me profoundly. And I was like, oh, I gotta listen to that book. And it was something along the lines of like, people tend to follow things until, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was, but I'm listening to that book, and I've listened to 3 books. And that has really helped me. I think that for someone who like can't always sit down and read a book, I think that listening to books is like the next best thing. And you know something? The Power of Now, I've started that book like 7 times, 8 times, like a million times. I've started that book and I've never finished it because I get so bored. But I gotta finish that book. Like that's one of my personal goals, to finish that book. And yeah. So yeah, I'm just here yapping and tapping, just talking stuff. And obviously while I'm listening to this book, I'm gonna look up stuff. I don't like these like lines that I'm getting on my freaking forehead. Am I getting old? Then you know what helps? I like using this little light of mine. I like using these little sprinkle right here. Oh, and I got my eyelashes done too, because I needed a little pick-me-up. And here I am. So pick me up, boo. Pick me up. Pick me up. Sometimes I feel like I'm annoying, but I shouldn't feel that way because I'm just being myself. And maybe a little annoying. But that shouldn't be. I can't because I'm like smiling and I don't like the way that I look when I'm smiling. All right, that's it.